Wow, what an amazing song. I definitely want to know what love is. Do you want to know what love is? I'm Simone Malone. Good morning, everybody. One of your most trusted and respected voices live out of Studio 236. So glad that you clicked it, you got it, and hopefully it's what you expected. I have a great program today because I met a wonderful person through a colleague of mine the other day, and I always believe that if you meet someone and you have a great connection and you have a great vibe, it's a part of your destiny. And today, a little bit later in the broadcast, I'm going to talk about roughed up to grow up. And I met this wonderful, wonderful woman of God who truly has a testimony of faith and deliverance. And she's a wonderful poet. Not only that, I got to give her credit. She is a fabulous designer of stones and all this great jewelry that she could talk about. And you know, the interesting thing is that I met her through a colleague of mine, and I saw this bracelet that one of my colleagues had, and I said, I want something like that, but I want it uniquely designed for Simone Malone in mind. He gave me the number. I called this sister yesterday, and I said, hello, good morning. This is Simone Malone. And she was like bundle of joy and excitement as well. When two people have joy, I tell you, we can take over the universe. And I told her a little bit about me, and I said, I want you to do something unique for me, but what I need you to do is go to my page on Facebook and look at me, get a sense of who Simone Malone is. And I tell you, we connected last night about 9:30. Am I right, Crystal?
That's right.
We connected about 9:30 yesterday evening, and I think I was at your place until almost midnight.
Yes, definitely.
Well, first of all, I want to say good morning to you, my angel. Thank you for being my new designer of the kind of uniqueness that I like in stones and other stuff. And I've experienced jewelry like this before, but you truly have a ministry, and you truly have an eye for fashion and an eye for Simone Malone. Can you tell everybody a little bit about who in the world is this woman, Crystal, and give everybody your last name as well from Philadelphia?
Yes, good morning, everyone. My name is Crystal Kirk, and I've been blessed. God, the Lord Jesus, has gave me this connection with this awesome brother and this awesome man of God, Simone Malone, and he came in a fire over the phone, and he just drew me in and just made me feel so welcomed, and he had an eye for something he wanted, and I looked him over on his page, and the name of my organization is Handmade. Beads that build lives, one stone at a time, one of a kind with you in mind. And so, and I'm also the End Time Poet on Facebook.
Yes.
And I had the privilege to just encourage and build up and lift up God's people and just cheer them on and see the good in people through my creative arts. So it's definitely an honor and a privilege to have this moment in my life to share and to even share with the public. So I thank you so much, Mr. Simone Malone.
Thank you as well, my angel. I tell you, I didn't really want to leave you last night because we had such a connection in the spirit. We prayed, and you know, the funny thing about it is that you're just right on point. You had already made most of, in fact, I only wanted 2 bracelets, and you gave me 4.
Yeah,
and you just
I was so excited the connection I just had to bless the man of God. I mean, you want a queen's give, and I'm a queen of God. I'm seated in heavenly places, so I must give and share. And it was just an honor and a privilege, and I pray to even do some more.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited about it.
Absolutely. What gave you this vision, and how long have you been doing this? Because I know you have certain clients, and hopefully you're going to have some more clients because I'm going to refer people to you. But tell me about this vision. How was it birthed out of you, Crystal?
Well, because I was actually in my art class at the Bethel Deliverance International Church, where I was the camp director and instructor for several years. And it was arranged that we were scheduled for a trip. It was back in 2001. And it's over 250 campers. And I had 50 in the class at a time, on average. And because it was a trip day, we didn't do anything. That we had to cancel that, and I had to hurry up and set up a class. So I said, oh, my goodness, I'm not prepared today. So I went into the art room, and it was buckets and buckets of jewelry beads and string, white elastic string.
Right.
So I put them in real big buckets and put them on the table. And not only the children, but all the staff was so enamored with making jewelry all day. And I never stopped. I started ordering beads and taking beads home with me, and I've never stopped.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. And I just want to pause for a moment again to thank you. And I want people, can they get a good shot at that? See that bracelet I have on there with that beautiful band, of course. I'm not married, everybody. Isn't that gorgeous? But anyhow, there you go. I have my band on today to match with it. But look at that bracelet. You got a good shot at that? And you guys can see it on Facebook if you're my friend. Look at that. It's a perfect fit. You had the perfect fit for the Feel Good Man.
Yes. I believe that I've been gifted to size them up.
Yes.
To look at, and the Lord just guides my eye and vision, and I'm going to use it everywhere I go.
I know that's right. So if people want to find out about your stones and your handcraft stuff, can you go ahead and give them your Facebook information, how they can find out more and see a couple of the ones you did for me? There are 4 of them, but you put 2 up, and I appreciate that. Don't put any more because I want them not to see that yet.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Please forgive me for that.
No. You're wonderful. Go ahead. Go ahead and give your Facebook information, Crystal.
Yes, I'm End Time Poet on Facebook. It's one page. I have my poetry page, and I'm also Crystal Survivor Kirk. And it's a silhouette of a woman on there. It's art. It's a lot of art on my page. Crystal Survivor Kirk.
Yes, you are such a talent with the art and the jewelry, and you're a poet, which we're going to tie in just a moment with that, because I know God has placed something in your spirit to share to the audience, because you blessed me last night. I mean, folks, I have to tell you, and for those of you that are watching a live video as well on YouTube and our Ustream channel, that I was in tears last night. I was so touched by Crystal, her prayer. I felt the presence of God, and you spoke a prophetic word into my heart, and I thank you. I thank you, because I know that when the Lord uses people to speak to me, I've been in the church all my life. I've been around a lot of ministers and evangelists. My mother has trained me well, and I know when someone speaks a word into my life that is real and true, because it's already there, and all you did was just add to the flavor of it, and I thank you for it. I thank you so much.
God is awesome, and He's awesome in your life, and you bring life, and you're a conduit of God's love and power in the earth, and I believe that with my heart. I believe that you came, and you're influence. You have a high influence, and it's God's. You're God's perfume in the earth.
Thank you.
And He's not going to waste it haphazardly.
Thank you so much.
He's going to fill you up to overflow, and it's going to just catch fire all over this world.
Don't you start with me. I'm
excited about who you are and how you came in. You were very flexible. You were very reachable. And you were very kind and loving, and I know it was the love of Christ. Everyone doesn't even make it to my home, and they really don't even want to. But I was so excited to have a man of God, God's best, in my home and sharing with me and being kind. And I'm glad that you have the position that you have to share with others and your personality, with your influence, through your style.
Thank you so much.
So I thank God for you. I thank God Jesus is Lord, and we're going to give Him all the glory for everything that we do in our connecting.
You're wonderful. Thank you for those kind words. Now I want to tie in real quick, because I'm anxious to hear this. I'm anxious to hear. I'm on the edge of my chair, and the people that can see this, and you're going to see the video as well. This poetry is birthed from your experience of life, and one day we got to do an interview and really spotlight you, because your story is amazing. What God is doing in your life and the dramatic changes, but share how this poetry is birthed out of you, sister. Go ahead.
Yes, I was in Blue Mountain retreat, and I had been rebuked, and because I was very loud and arrogant, and God will knock you off your high horse and shut you down. And by the time I got off that mountain, I said, well, Lord, who am I? And that's where the poetry started, because I had a question. I asked the question, who am I? And through poetry, He started speaking to me and letting me know who I am and what I was birthed for, and what plans He had for my life. And it's a way that we connect the Lord and I in our personal devotions and fellowship through my ups and downs. Poetry is prophecy and everything all rolled up into one, and I pray that it would break down darkness and shatter depression and all of those things. And I'm going to use it as another tool. I pray that God uses it and myself as I'm practicing, not perfect, but practicing to be on this narrow path.
Well, you're doing a marvelous job. And can you go ahead and share before we continue on with the music something that God has placed in your spirit?
Selection, and I just like the poem that the Lord had me minister to our brother and God's servant, Simone Malone.
Yes.
It went the way it was supposed to go. So when people want to tear you down, and when you tear yourself down and all the bad memories, you look at them in the face and say, it went the way it was supposed to go. And it goes like this. I could have did this, and I should have did that. That's all I keep hearing when I focus on looking back. If I would have tried, it might have all worked out. But whatever happened to believing God and casting down all doubt? You see, God made a way out of no way. So when I look back over my life, how can I sit and say my life was a mistake or something that happened that was fake? Well, this talk calls God a liar, and it's his heart we break. He really is the potter, and I'm sure he is his clay. And he molded us and shaped us, and he's still at work this day. Now I thought to write this poem to let my brothers and sisters know. Stop crying and feeling guilty, because it went the way it was supposed to go. Every footstep you made was ordered. God has written out your path. But unbelief calls him a liar, and you'll be subjected to his wrath. Now, if you don't believe me, just read it for yourself. But we suffer from a lack of knowledge. But Jesus, he is our help. All things are working together, and it's working for your good, even when you're rejected or always misunderstood. See, I never met my family, and I had no history. Couldn't even trace my bloodline or draw my family tree. 8 squares out the trash was never first but last. See, I slept on sidewalks, hid in the bush. Most of my life just overlooked. Now, I went to work at the age of 10, tears day and night. I really had no friends, and the neighbors, they laughed like this was some kind of show. But I'm now walking in God's forgiveness, because it went the way it was supposed to go. You see, I was very, very angry because they even changed my name from Kiami Carter to Crystal Kirk, but who was there to blame? I'm now thankful for this story and even all life's pain, because if I didn't suffer, I could never reign. Suffering, oh yes, it truly is a must. So go ahead and take life lumps, and remember, in God we trust. Now they stamped that on our money, but it's truly what God has said. Remember, he gave his only son, Jesus, his only begotten son, who suffered, died, and bled. Now this is not the end, because Jesus rose again. So go on through, but come on out. Only believe Jesus worked it out. Don't get sad. Stop feeling all bad. When you stop to reflect, don't you even get mad. Just remember, Jesus is running the show, and your life family, well, it went the way it was supposed to go. God bless you.
Wow, they want applause for you.
Thank you.
You know we do it right over here at FM HDMS.
Hallelujah.
Thank you
and
so much.
A little brief shout out to Cleus Young, who
Absolutely.
helped me publish my books out. Thank you, Brother Simone.
It is my pleasure, and thank you so much for the wonderful designs. I'm looking forward to my necklace next week. And once again, shout everybody out to go to your page, find out more about what you offer so they can get their unique bracelet or necklace as well. Go ahead.
Yes, come on and stop by Crystal Survivor Cut, and I will be posting more of my jewelry so you can have a look at what I have to offer. And it's only one of a kind with you in mind. I do not duplicate unless you want to mass produce.
All right, Crystal, we appreciate you so much. A big hug to you. Turn that cheek. We're going to give you a kiss on the cheek. Mwah! Thank you so much for your blessings and for touching my life and making some fabulous jewelry for me. Have a great morning, okay?
You do the same.
Bless you, sister. Bye-bye.